so excited for this video for many reasons. The largest reason is so you guys can actually get to know me. You guys know my videos are very, very intense and you see the more rigid side of me, and if I laugh in one video, I am like torn apart in the comments for being disrespectful. So I told you guys to ask me a ton of questions, so I'm just gonna go ahead and dive right on in with some fairly basic facts about me. My name is Danielle. I am 25 years old. I have 2 children, Raylan and Liam. I also am married, going on almost 3 years, to my husband, Powell. He is absolutely amazing. I also have 3 pets. I have 2 dogs. Honda, she is like my baby. I rescued her when she was about 3 or 4 weeks old. And then I also have Willow. She's like the biggest cuddle bear of a dog. That's like the best way I could describe it. And last but not least, I would like to introduce you to Loki, otherwise known as the terrible screeching in the back of my videos. He is a Senegal parrot. He's in the same room with my dogs right now, and they don't particularly love each other, so if you hear the dogs whining in the background, that is why. He's just always swinging away on a swing, having a great time. He's just enjoying his life. I've done everything I can to keep him quiet in my videos, but at this point, there's not much else I can do. So now that you've been introduced to basically the basics of my life, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the questions, and the first ones I'm going to do are on Snapchat.
Hi Danielle, I just wanted to know if you've ever personally had any experiences with aliens or anything like space-ish, you know?
It's crazy actually that you bring this up, because I think I experienced my first incident involving aliens about a week ago. My husband and I decided to watch this documentary that he's already watched a couple of times called Unacknowledged, and I'm super into aliens. I 1000% believe they exist, but they scare the absolute crap out of me. So we decided to watch this documentary and decided to take a walk first in our neighborhood. And there's a very high point in our neighborhood, and I was just like looking at the skyline because it was really, really pretty. And all of a sudden I see this big ball of light right above the buildings. And it hangs there for a second and then it drops straight down. And I have spent days trying to convince myself it's a meteor. I've looked at all kinds of videos that I can to explain this, and I cannot for the life of me find out what this could have been. It didn't just like go to the side, or you know what I mean? Like it was like here, and then it was just like, boo, just like went down. So to answer that question, it's very possible that I have.
Hi, my name is Jess. I actually talked to you on Twitter a couple times, just like tweeting back and forth. But I love your videos. I'm like obsessed. Like when I see you post a new one, I will stay up till all hours of the night just to like watch whatever you post. I'm obsessed. But I want to know like what your plan is with your channel. Like, are you gonna do mommy videos? Because I know you have kids. Are you like, what is your plan with your family? Are you gonna have more kids? Because your kids are freaking adorable. But I'm just like curious as your channel grows, like what your plan is, and I really wanna get to know you better because I watch all your videos.
Answer the question about what is the direction I really plan on going with this channel. I do 100% want to primarily stick to this style of video, kind of unsolved murders, mysteries, bizarre things, aliens, ghosts, conspiracies, like everything bizarre I really want to cover. I am a mom, as you said, and I love my children. Thank you for telling me they're so cute. I know I'm biased, but thank you for saying that as well. I do have a vlog channel, and I do incorporate mommy videos into that channel, and I am trying to pick up a little bit more on putting out videos on that channel as well. So all the mommy things are probably going to stay over there. When I first created this channel, it was kind of a space for just mommy, if that makes sense. Like I just wanted my own little space. So that's to answer your question. And then I've actually had this next question asked a lot, and that's if we are having more children, and the answer is more than likely no. Unfortunately, right before I got pregnant with Liam, I found out I do have a pretty bad blood disorder that makes pregnancy extremely dangerous for me. It was a very scary thing to deal with while I was pregnant with Liam and for a lot of time afterwards. So I probably could have more children safely, and there are ways to kind of help my situation, but for now, I almost don't want to push it, and I love my 2 children. I would love to have more, and if there was any way I could, I absolutely would, and so would Powell, but for right now, we're just gonna stick with the 2.
Hey Danielle, I already asked you a question on Twitter, but you said you wanted more in Snapchat videos. So my question is, how do I start my YouTube channel? Because I want to do similar videos to yours. I want to go along the lines of like crime videos. So if you have any advice, that'd be great. Bye.
So I tried to replay and it didn't work. I'm pretty sure your question was about starting your own channel, and I highly recommend this, and I've actually had a few comments of people asking me about how I decided to start a channel and like them wanting to start a channel, and I will recommend it to absolutely everyone. I think it is such a great outlet and creative place for people to kind of just do their own thing and portray themselves. I think it's a really awesome place, and I know it can seem scary and super intimidating, but honestly, and I don't mean this in any sort of negative way to like anybody and saying that your channel will not be successful, but when you first start out, 90% of the time, there's like 2 views. So your first couple videos that you're really trying to get a hold of yourself and a grasp of your channel and what you're doing, a lot of people don't really even end up seeing it. And so I feel like just don't put a lot of pressure on yourself. Do not put a ton of pressure on yourself. Just take it slow, figure it out, feel out what you like, what you don't like. But I always suggest someone to start their own channel, and it might take a couple of tries to figure out what you like particularly, but you'll get there eventually. It took me a ton of tries, which I'll get into later in other questions, but yeah, so definitely suggest it. So the question was, what are some things that make you happy? And that would be my family and my children and creating these videos and summertime, outside. I know that seems like a bunch of random things, but I have so many things that I love and so many things that make me happy, and my children are definitely one of those. If you guys follow me on Snapchat, you will see they're so stinking cute and they do the funniest things, and so I love them to death. So the next one is just a response, and it says, what cases do you stay away from or would not do on your channel? The couple of videos I will say that I am trying to avoid like the plague are the 9/11 conspiracy theory videos that everyone is suggesting, and I don't know, after I did my one conspiracy theory video, I started getting some very bizarre phone calls from Russia, and I know I'm thinking way too deep into this, but your girl gets paranoid. So it's not that I won't do conspiracy videos ever again, but they definitely make me super on edge.
If you did not have the opportunity to be a stay-at-home mom, what would your ideal job be and why?
That smile was so cute at the end. This actually was asked a ton of times, like all over Twitter, all over Instagram, everywhere. So I've literally been to school for so many things already. When I first went into college, I had full intentions of going into criminal justice, and then I kind of got swayed easily at this period of my life. It was not really a very easy period in my life in general, but I got swayed very easily into doing an associate in science degree, and I just was not enjoying it. So I finally like stuck my foot down and I was like, I am doing criminology. So I actually studied for 2 years criminology latent evidence, which is basically to become a crime scene investigator in a sense of like collecting evidence and like the science side of it. So I was still sticking to science, but it ended up not working out, and I actually got another question asking why I stopped studying criminology, and that's because I made a bad decision to enroll where I was going as a transfer student. And if you guys know anything about college, they don't really help transfer students a lot. Since I was planning on transferring later on, like within a year or two, I got like the last pick for classes. Like I don't know, so I wasn't able to actually get anything that I enjoyed doing or needed, or I got like the last end of everything, like a horrible professor, or it just like was not a good situation. And honestly, it like killed my passion for it very quickly, and it became more of like a struggle and an annoyance to go to class. And I am the type of person, if anyone knows me, like I love school. Like I will go to school for the rest of my life if I can. That's why I stopped studying criminology, and then I actually went to school for cosmetology, which sounds like a crazy jump, but I am like just that kind of a person. Like, no, I'm just a very multifaceted person, I guess you could say. And when I saw that you could get a cosmetology certificate fairly fast and easy, I kind of just went for it. And then interestingly enough, I was not even ever able to do anything other than freelance work because I did have my daughter and decided to be a stay-at-home mom with her. But once again, I will, in the next few years, be starting up school again. I will be going back for criminology. I'm not exactly sure which facet I'll be in, but I'm definitely not going back into latent evidence. I don't think. I want to be more of like a private investigator or work for the FBI. Like, your girl's got some dreams, okay? I've got a lot of goals that I want to hit. But for now, I absolutely love being a stay-at-home mom. A lot of people do not get this opportunity, especially younger moms, so I am very thankful for it, very appreciative, and I love watching my babies grow.
My question is, how long does it take you to gather all the information for your videos? Say hi.
He's so cute.
My other question is, how long have you and your partner been together for?
So for my videos, it takes me a very, very long time to research because not only do I watch other YouTubers' videos, because a lot of the times, obviously, I can't find everything they found, and then I also watch documentaries if there are any, so on and so forth. So it takes me definitely a couple of days. So honestly, this is going to sound terrible, but I have no idea how long me and Pal have been together. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, oh my God, are you kidding me? We're like an old married couple. We're only 25 and 27, and we are like an old married couple. We've never really been big on celebrating like anniversaries or anything like that. We're just relaxed. Like, we're just living life day to day, trying to get by. What is your favorite childhood memory? I don't really have like a memory in specific, but probably my favorite group of memories are always traveling. Like, when I think back to all the different places that I was fortunate enough to see growing up and visit and learn about and experience, it's crazy. I definitely hope to one day pass that on to my children. I want to take them places, show them the world, educate them through travel. That's a huge goal of mine. What is one single food that you would never give up? And I can easily answer that, and that is hot dogs. And I know a lot of people are like, girl, please, why hot dogs? Seriously. I'm not sure why, but I love hot dogs. Like, I'll never get tired of hot dogs. And I'm just waiting for all the perverted comments from John Smith down below about my love of hot dogs. But I love them. I was actually vegetarian for a couple of years, and the first thing I ate when I stopped being vegetarian was a hot dog, so. One question I really am curious about: how did you decide what you wanted your channel to be about? I've always known for a fact that with any YouTube channel that I've had, I've wanted it to have purpose, not just be entertainment, but kind of do something a little bit more. And when I stumbled across Bella Fiore's videos on missing person cases and all the unsolved videos that she did on her Mystery Mondays, I became ecstatic because I had no idea that this area of YouTube existed. And when I realized it, I was so excited. So I decided I was going to jump headfirst into it. It has been a passion of mine, as you guys know now, forever, like ever since I was little. So, you know, it was something that I have studied before, and it is something that's important to me. It is something that I am capable of spreading awareness about and using a platform to spread awareness about. So I just kind of figured it was a pretty good idea. Who are some of your favorite YouTubers? I get asked this all the time, and I guess I'll just kind of start off with like this genre. Top number one, hands down, is Shane Dawson. And I know everyone's like, duh, hello. Shane Dawson is hilarious, and all of his like spooky, creepy, weird videos have always fascinated me. I've loved every single one of them. I can assure you I've watched every single one of his videos. Like, goals. Like, I have a goal by the end of my lifetime to meet Shane Dawson and be in one of his videos. I want to be on one of his crazy escapades that he does with Drew, and, you know, oh my God, I just love it so much. Like, I want to sit around that bonfire and basically wait for him to tell me what sort of ritual we're performing that night, because I love his videos so much. He is hilarious, such a down-to-earth person. So him for sure. As I said before, Bella Fiore, I watch Kendall Ray. I think what she does with her platform and through Thorn is absolutely amazing. There's a lot of YouTubers who do not use their YouTube for good, which is their prerogative. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but those who do help when they can, I think it's awesome. And I love that she does what she does with her Where Is series. I also like Georgia Marie. She's a smaller YouTuber. I think she's got around 13 to 14K subscribers, but y'all, her Her midweek mysteries are absolutely fascinating. She covers really interesting cases and she describes them so well, and she does it so respectfully, and I think that's why I love her channel so incredibly much. She does other videos as well, but she does do her midweek mysteries, and I just fell in love with her. Plus she's got such a cute accent and she just talks so calmly, which I have a huge problem with doing. What would you say is the hardest part of being a mom and a YouTuber? Definitely time management. It takes a lot of time to really dig into these videos and plan out videos, research new potential cases. Like, it is a very time consuming thing, and as you know, children are also super time consuming, and one thing I haven't mentioned is that I'm also homeschooling my almost 4-year-old, so it's a lot. I've got very busy days and it's a lot, but time management's definitely the hardest thing, and I am already not really the best at time management, so it's been a journey. I have got myself a big old planner that I'm trying to sort everything out in, make things fit and mesh a little bit better, but by far that's been the biggest struggle. Next is, can you twerk? So hold on. I'm just kidding. I am not about to twerk in front of everybody, Alyssa. No, I cannot twerk. I will probably look crazy. I am uncoordinated. I'm just bad at dancing to begin with. If I twerked, I would honestly probably hurt myself. How did you and your hubby meet? We actually met at cosmetology school. Does doing these kinds of videos ever get you down? And the answer to that is absolutely. Like a lot of people who, you know, are police officers and work at the homicide unit and see these sorts of things every single day, they don't necessarily get used to it, but you learn to cope and kind of manage your emotions better, and I'm slowly starting to do that, but it's definitely difficult. What is the most unusual fear you have? Moths, hands down. I don't even want to get into it, honestly. I can't even think about moths for too long before I get like goosebumps all over my body. I do not like moths. They're out to get me. They know I don't like them. They take advantage of it, and something is just so not right with moths. I can't explain it. You guys just trust me, okay? There's something very not right with them. Any advice on self-confidence? The best way to self-confidence is through self-love, and that is like hands down the best tip I can give anybody. Just realize your own self-worth, realize that you love yourself and all the reasons you love yourself, and until you do that, you can't really have a lot of confidence, because if you don't love yourself, you can't be confident in yourself. So it kind of goes hand in hand. So I hope that answers your question a little bit. Next, would you rather fight a panda with a sword or 100 squirrels? I'm gonna go with a panda with a sword, because that's just one panda. I don't know if you guys have the same like irrational fear of like a bunch of small things at the same time, but if a bunch of squirrels ran at me, there is no way I'm fighting. I'm running like as fast as I possibly can. Do not underestimate small things and their power. I have already had to rescue a couple of abandoned squirrels this past spring, and they were feisty little creatures and scared the crap out of me, so I'm gonna have to go with panda. Whew. Anyways, guys, I hope this got you to know me a little bit better. I want to do another one of these probably in the next month to get a couple more questions. I know that I kind of started questions for this Q&A at a very awkward time. I literally gained like 8,000 subscribers between when I first asked and now, which is mind-blowing, but I am sure there will be more questions that people will ask. I get questions all the time, so absolutely we'll be doing another one of these, but I hope you guys like it. It's a lot more calm, and I know it's kind of almost refreshing to step back and take a break for a second from all of like the terrible crap in this world that happens, and I don't know, just have a little bit of a breather. But I hope you guys liked it. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to check me out on all of my social media platforms. Hit that subscribe button. Let's keep on growing the family. Thank you guys so much for 10K. I could not be any more grateful and thankful. You know, the bigger this channel grows, the more exposure all of these cases get, and that is literally my end goal. Like, my end goal of this channel is to help solve one of these cases in one way or another. You just never know, like I always say. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!